No! Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to get started with a board repair. Before I get started, someone asked me, Lewis, why are you wearing this mask? There's nobody in the room with you. That's an excellent question. I wear this, I have a requirement that everybody who works here wear this mask while they are here. I cannot expect the people that work for me to listen to me if I don't listen to me. So if I say, no, I don't need to wear it because I'm streaming, then they're going to say, well, no, I don't need to wear it because of whatever. If you want people to do something, you actually should set an example. Like if you've ever had a boss that said, do this, and then they don't do it, it doesn't work very well. This lowers my chance of infecting them, which is the point of the thing. Like if I walk out there and I go to the restroom, and my coworker is here, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't have this on. It makes sense. So, today we're going to get started with a board that was sent in by another store. They said, no video can you fix? Let's take a look and see what no video means now, shall we? Ready? 1, 2. This is not a burned data line. This is caused by a moron touching what they should not have. Now, this would not be a moron if they were working on their own thing and messed it up, but the reason this is a moron is because this place is doing it for other customers. I'm kind of curious if they actually told their customer that, like, this is what we did to it, and this is why the turnaround is longer. I doubt it, but let's see. All right, so we have a lot of little pad repair to do here, I imagine. Oh my God. Okay. So this one. First thing, let's get rid of all that dry flux that's caked on the board right now. All right. I haven't used this desk in a while. I've been doing shipping and other front desk stuff and some business administration stuff over the past week, 2 weeks actually. And some more fresh desk tickets, other stuff. I haven't really had time to actually do board repair. But several of the people that were off due to the beer virus will be back. Which means I can start doing board repair videos again. Aren't we excited? Alright. How is your Italian origin family doing? You know what, I don't exactly speak to them very often. And also my direct family on that side is mostly dead, so there's also that. So not quite. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my hot tweezers with a micro pencil because, as some of you who may watch know, I'm not the biggest fan of the hot tweezer. So I have micro pencil, now I just need to find micro pencil tip. David! What? What's this? What's this fucked up shit? Oh, fine. Let's see if it works. Why do you say sleep? Oh, this iron doesn't work. It says SE. What's that mean? That means I'm using hot tweezers, doesn't it? This looks ultra fucked. Alright, I guess I'm using hot piece of shit tweezers. Never mind, he may find another.
You want a nose?
What?
Do you want a nose?
Who stole mine? Look at this iron that I'm using. Okay. So what are the things that we gotta do here? Where do we begin? So obviously, let's just go over the obvious. The reason that Jessa Jones hates wick, or when people who are inexperienced use wick, is because of cases like this. And as much as I like to joke around with Jessa when it comes to stuff like this, I'm in complete agreement with her that this is not how you're supposed to use wick. Like, you're not supposed to take your wick, mix it with some sandpaper, put a dumbbell on it, and then just do this all over the board. That's not how this works. Because Jessa and I have many disagreements about many things, but on this particular area, we are in a complete agreement that this was most likely caused by the misuse of wick, and there is no need to misuse your wick like that. I only support responsible wick usage. So what the hell do we do here? Well, let's just start off with a sensible amount of flux and tinning the pads that we can and prepping them for components. We will add components where they are necessary, and where we cannot put a component because the pad is gone, we will run a little jumper. Also, this particular client was made aware that no fix, no fee goes out the window here. So the reason that we don't like working on this kind of stuff is because there's a high likelihood of it not working at the end, and we don't get paid if it doesn't work. But if you pack this and you send it in the mail to us, there's no fix, no fee is gone. It's out the window. Whether it is successful or a failure, you pay. Which I think is completely fair, especially if you did this as a store. All right, so now I'm going to take a donor board, make life nice and easy for me, and grab some of these things that I need. Yeah, but here the customer is a repair shop. How is Clinton doing? Please bring him to your new store. Clinton's doing well. He doesn't like coming to the store because he assumes that it means a vet visit. Because he's smart, and it always does mean a vet visit. Little bastard. But I love my Clinton. He's adorable. He's my good boy. Okay. Sorry to hijack your stream. But chat, I need a YouTube video of crabs performing a mating dance. Please, no question, just, hey. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him, chat. Here. Let's see if we can rebuild this. How are you keeping safe while working, says Natty187. Everybody here wears mask. Anybody who walks in needs to stay at least 8 to 12 feet away from a worker. There is a barrier up and you cannot go past it, so you need to put your shit down on the table. After you put your machine down on the table, you sit down. Once you sit down, someone will come out and go out to the table, which is going to be 6 feet away from the customer. Then they take the machine, they spray it with alcohol. You know, it's probably already liquid damage before it got here, so it's not like it's going to do much harm there. And they take it back to a table that is 6 feet behind that table, so now they're a distance of about 12 to 14 feet from the customer. Then they clean it off and really rub it down with alcohol, give them an idea what's wrong. If they want it fixed, they can come pick up later. If they don't want it fixed, they stay sitting down. We put it back on the second table. We come back to the first table, and then they pick it up in GTFO. Once they've GTFO'd, every place that they walked, stepped, touched, or were in front of gets sprayed down with alcohol, rubbed down with alcohol, and then after it's been sprayed and rubbed down with alcohol, then it gets sprayed again, because if the alcohol is not sitting there and resting on the surface for a while, it doesn't really do anything. So, also it appears that this 4924 board has a different layout of pins and things than mine in front of me does. Son of a bitch. I don't have a 00138 to use as a donor here. But I think all these caps are going to be the same value. Son of a... This is why it's annoying to not have the same donor. Because I don't have a second monitor, so opening up 2 board views and 2 PDFs is just a fucking nightmare. I need to use... But I don't have Also, I don't actually think I have a board view for the 00138. That's the other fun part. This guy fucked up a board that I don't have a board view for. So there's no way for me to really confirm where any of this shit actually goes. Thanks, fuckface. No, really, there's no board view for an 820-00138. And if you think you have one, you don't. Look at your trackpad connector on it. It's going to be a square instead of a rectangle, which is how you can tell that you have the wrong one. None of them have that. None of them, none of the websites have a board view for this model. So I really, like, honestly, I don't know what was supposed to be there. So there's, if I can't find a donor somewhere, there's a good chance that this person just kind of fucked. Okay. Let's see. I have a board view for the 4926. So let's see. What's different here? So here there's a capacitor going to pin 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pin 5 goes to a cap to ground, but the resistor is what gives it the data. All right, so let's see what pin 5 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 goes to a cap to. Yeah, I need a picture of a 00138 to do this properly. I'm going to double check through my donor board section and see if I have a 00138, alright? I'll be right back. Ho ho! Found one. Beautiful. Okay, this makes sense now. Hey everybody, our good friend Paul Daniels is in the chat. Everybody wave and say hi to Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels is the man responsible for the multimeter software that I use, as well as the board view software that lacks a board view for an 820-00138. Paul Daniels, did you apply for your PPP loan? Yeah, someone mentioned in chat earlier that the program ran out of funds before it ever actually got to lots of small businesses. But the program managed to fund a bunch of publicly traded restaurants. No way. Color me surprised. Not slightly. I fell well outside of those programs. I'm too profitable, says Paul. Indeed you are, my friend. Indeed you are. And now the hard part here is going to be getting into that hole. I have to rub the section at the ends of that hole. But my microscope light is losing its mind. My microscope light does not like having been overclocked. I'm happy with the filter. I'm not happy with my microscope light not being able to keep up with it. I need a more robust microscope light. Yes. Alright, see, I have a nub over there. You see that? The nubs have both been tinned. You see that? You can't see that, can you? Alright, time to overclock the microscope light some more. 14 volts! 15 volts! Oh, that is going to be one pissed off microscope light in the morning. See that? See this and this? They're now tinned. So now what I have to do is I have to get a wire in there. But first let me turn on the microscope light because I'm pretty sure I only have 1 or 2 border pairs left in this thing now. Enjoy the flickering of a microscope light that's seen torture. This is gonna have an image if it kills me. When can we order a Rossmann Group face mask with a logo on them? Huh, never. I'm not going into that PR minefield of making masks. Too many communists. Alright, you see what I have now? Now I can solder the components to this little wire here. I got something that they can hold on to. Yeah? Zoltan Car Parts says, you have employees, you should make masks for free. Absolutely. I've been doing a fair amount of bartering lately, actually. I had this woman help me clear out the boxes in the shipping section today, and also, you know, write the numbers on all the shelves, help me clean up the item shelves, and organize them, and everything in exchange for a basic CD3215 issue. Like, I don't mind bargaining. I had one guy come in who needed help with the hard drive, but I don't know how bad it's gonna be. He keeps saying it's just this one piece, and like I know from board repair that's never fucking true, so I don't really want to set something without Steve seeing it first. But I'm definitely open to the, you know, like we've been helping people out with bartering for the harder things. There's going to be a lot of that as a result of the beer virus. No! My jumper went away and the fucking capacitor ran away. Wow! That was awesome. Wasn't that awesome? Look at how that... I fucked up 2 things at once there. Try again. What gauge wire do you use? I don't know. Enamel or polyurethane insulator? I don't know. Whatever the one in the description says. I think there's a link in the description. If there's not, you'll have to look on the main channel at the repair videos and you'll see the link. Whatever that is what I'm using. But I forget. It's on the spool and I gotta take it off the spool to look, and if I take it off the spool to look, I'm gonna fuck up the spool and never be able to get it back on there. Okay. Ooh, my... Yeah, if you check the description of another one, you'll find it. Ooh. It's trying to jump. Where the fuck my jumper go? I don't know if my jumper's touching. No, there's no way that was touching. New jumper. There wasn't an NDA in it, Remdog. It just said that I can't stream simultaneously to 2 different platforms. That was what was written into mine. Maybe he has a better one. Or maybe they've changed it, because it was 4 years ago, I believe, that I applied. Yeah, I saw the bike link, David. Thank you. It's not so much that I have several horns at the office. I just don't have time to put them on my bike. There's other stuff that's wrong with my 2-seater bike that I gotta fix before I get into horn. I just haven't really had time to do it because I have horns here. I just don't. Jesus, this little piece of hair is changing the alignment of my resistor. If you like Rossman, then you'll love Daniel, so don't delay. Subscribe to Paul Daniels today. I agree, he's an awesome magician. No! Fucking piece of fucking shit! Ah! This board is a piece of shit. Ask your local governor, Christopher Kelly. Your local state governor can help you with that. Good luck turning it on, though. I am exposing a trace, but it was already exposed. On drama alert. It was already exposed. Okay. You're telling me, Roberta. You're telling me. Not true, JP, not true. I fear it is like a lot of servers, they do fine as long as they're running, but as soon as you shut it down, it won't reboot without a lot of fiddling. Oh, this is gonna be like shutting down a server. This is gonna be like unplugging the power cord with no UPS on a server that has a 4200 RPM IDE spinning hard drive from 2003 in it. Good luck with that shit. Yeah. This is gonna have an image when it's done. I don't care what Paul Daniel says. I don't care what Paul Daniel says or does. This will have an image. And I know he's sitting there, waiting for me to fail, laughing at me, fucking with me. We're not going to let the Australians win this round, my friend. We are going to win. This board will have an image again. I should visit you. 199-pound flights from London. Yeah. I've been getting a lot of shit for all the stuff I said about the airport, but I really do wonder if less people want to get on a plane, is that all really, like, is that the absolute worst thing in the world? Is it? Is it? It's like, you know, I've been traveling by plane for a while, and I've been doing, you know, the lobbying or not the lobbying, testifying, hearings and all that. Recording them, and like, flying sucks. Like, am I allowed to say that flying sucks? Is that offensive to kick the airline industry while it's down? But flying sucks. It really does. You're dealing with an industry where the price of your travel can go up by 400 to 500% if I book it 1 or 2 days in the other direction. You show up to the airport. You go through the TSA. 100 level is going to be the Pet Lewis. No, $100 level is the Pet Sunny. You have to, you know, you go through the TSA, take your shoes off, let them fuck up and break your fucking $1,200 camera lens. That cost more than the camera did when you got it used to begin with. Wait for your plane at the gate. Wait 20 minutes to board the plane. Sit on the very claustrophobic thing for 20, 30 minutes before it takes off. Take off, eat shitty food, land. Wait 20 minutes to get off the plane. Wait another 20 minutes to get your luggage. It's like, man, this whole experience sucks. Nobody likes traveling that way. Or if you do, you gotta have a fucking screw loose. Or maybe you have less screws loose. I don't know. But it's... I mean, if less people travel by airplane, is that and not to mention the carbon emission thing, you know. I was just focusing on how the experience of flying sucks first. Paul Daniel software is not letting me drag the board around. What the fuck? I'm clicking. Why don't you let me drag? Oh, the fume extractor had the control key stuck down. Well, it's still Paul Daniel's fault. I should have told me. Alright, pin 7 is where that cap is going to. So, I love flying. I fly Delta 1 to Cupertino to visit Apple, and the food is good in Delta 1, so I love travel. The food is not good at Delta. You're out of your goddamn mind. Maybe you could take that $9.99 and buy yourself some taste, son. I flew Delta. No. I reject your assertion that the food is quality. Alright, this needs a jumper, and then we're set. But I also gotta find my LCD connector, which I thought I put on the table. I swear I rest that down on the table. Did I? Ooh, shit. Delta 1 is first class. I've flown Delta first class too. I still reject your assertion that airline food has the capability to be good. Thank you, Malcolm. Maybe coronavirus will actually be good for the restaurants at the airline. If everybody loses their sense of taste and smell. Food won't be that bad. On what route JFK to SFO has good food? I don't remember any of my routes. This is how you wick properly. I actually just wicked my jumper away. As I was saying, this is how you wick properly. LOL. Rafflecopter. That's no big deal, we'll just make another one. Thank you, Trinity. Interesting. Oh, not really, Roberta. Usually Kevin does, and if he doesn't, then Kevin gets his ass kicked. I don't know how to do that remotely, actually. Has he ignored your voicemail? I hate to admit it, but voicemail is usually the last method of communication checked because it's much easier to just, deal with email than it is voicemail. Because, if it's 2 minutes long, it doesn't get to the point. You can't read through the stuff to get to the point. You have to listen to the whole fucking thing and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And then also, if someone calls you, then you can't respond to the voicemail, whereas you can actually respond to email while you're on the phone with someone. But yeah, Kevin's supposed to check them. If he doesn't, then let me know and I'll fuck him up. I think he has been. I have a feeling that he has been. Hopefully he has been. I'm not really sure how to socially distance do that. Alright. But yeah, I haven't checked my store's I haven't checked the voicemail at the store in 5 or 6 years now. And you have contributed to the reason that we don't check voicemail. That's the other thing. 90% of the voicemails are crap. So we usually wind up checking it at the absolute end of the... Because we're so used to voicemail just being spam at this point that it's just not taken seriously as a means of contact or business. Alright. That jumper will not short to ground after connector. Fine, just to make an L happy, we'll bend it back a little. These are the annoying connectors that don't have the pegs under them. I can't find these connectors with the pegs under them anymore. That's what... Damn it. Back in my day, I used to be able to get the connectors with the pegs under them. Alright, that one's broken, so that needs a jumper. Is sound gone? Maybe. Whenever I call you, it goes to iPad re. Oh my god. Okay, that means we already blocked your number before. Oh. Yeah, so a few years ago we set it up so that it used to be if we blocked someone's number because they were annoying or being a fuckface, it would go to nowhere, but then they'd know they were blocked. So what we did is we changed it so every time we block a phone number, it redirects them to iPad Rehab. I don't think I ever turned that off. So it's funny because Sunday, she actually, like, she really does, like, even the biggest trolls, she will spend time on the phone with them and she won't realize that those are just trolls that I blocked. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, so that means we already blocked your phone number, mofo. Nice. See, you thought you were leaving me a spamming voicemail, but Kevin's on his fucking game. He likely already blocked you. Oh, that's hysterical. That gave me... Are you going to straighten those resistors so they don't touch each other? Absolutely not. The two that are touching each other are supposed to. They share a pad, and that pad is damaged, so I purposely put them together. I don't want to wind up lifting that jumper wire with the big iron. So that's why I was using the tiny one. This board was previously destroyed, JP. That was when I was a super anti-right to repair. I figured you booked me a year ago. No, we have an algorithm. So JP apparently works somewhere in the telephony industry, and he's been working with me to create a viewer detection algorithm that automatically sends all viewer phone calls and inquiries to Jessa, actually. Damn you, screen side LCD connector. These bastards are sending me screen side LCD connectors now. It's bullshit. Viewer detector algorithm sounds kind of creepy. Exactly, that's the point. You want to call me and be creepy, pretending you're a customer when you're not? I'll creep it back on you. It's tracking you. We call it contact tracing. It's called contact tracing. Disgusting customers, Johnson. Simpler than you think. Disgusting is as disgusting does. It recognizes the screen. 5 volts. Now let's see if we get a question mark folder. Give me a question mark folder. Give me a question mark folder. Give me a question mark folder. Backlight voltage is 45 volts. And we got a question mark folder. We fixed it. This is why you practice on a board that does not belong to your customer. I don't mind if you're fixing your own machine and you do this. That's fine. Everybody learns and has to screw up. Don't do this to something that belongs to a client. That's just fucked up and wrong in so many ways. And these are the first arguments that any lobbyist is going to use against right to repair. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to point to shit like this and say, this is why we can't let those people fix stuff. Don't make it easy for them. That's all I'm saying. Don't make it easy for them. So one of the things that I did was I used my jumper wire. I would tin the nub, and then I would get a little bit of solder on it. Then I would solder a jumper wire to the nub, and then I would solder the capacitor or the resistor to the wire that was then soldered to the nub. And if you're not able, because the nub is so tiny, to get to it, what you could do is you could actually take a solder ball and then use hot air. Put the solder ball right on top of the nub, add flux, and just hot air it into place, and then the solder ball will melt into the nub, which is what you can do if your tip is not large enough to get in there, or you're afraid. If you're afraid of ruining the nub because there's so little bit of nub left and your iron tip is too big, put flux, then put a small solder ball like 0.25 or 0.3 millimeter solder ball on top of it, and then hot air from really far away and slowly come down, and then you're going to see the solder ball start to flatten, and then it'll melt into place on top of the nub, and then you have something that you can then solder a wire to. But that's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.